Hi, welcome back everybody to Max's Monday Podcast. I'm your host, Maximus Gomez, and today, the first mystery guest, Janessa Wimborn.
Hello.
Hello. No one guessed it right at all.
I'm not surprised. I'm sure everyone's really disappointed, actually.
Yeah, no, if you're tuning in and you're tuning out, I totally understand. I'm at this point. It's not for views, like I said.
Yeah.
People guessed Viv. A lot of people thought she was going to be on, but I'll have her on sometime, maybe even sooner than expected, because I have a guest lined up for next week. I'll say who it is at the end of the episode, and then I'm really excited to have him on. But yeah, no, so no one guessed it. Nobody even came close, and that speaks volumes to our friendship. A lot of people tuning in might not even know that we're like best friends.
Yeah.
we spent a lot of time together. We talked a lot. We met in high school.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, in your senior year, right? It was our senior year. And then we just clicked right off the bat, and then we've just been friends ever since. Sometimes to our detriment.
Yeah, that's 100% true.
Our friendship, I have sacrificed a lot for this friendship. I hope you're happy.
You? What? No. No, yeah. A lot of things have happened from this friendship.
Oh yeah. So, but you're still around, unfortunately, and I haven't gotten rid of you yet.
Not yet.
Maybe when you leave for college. I thought when I left for college, like that was gonna be it. But then I felt like I talked to you more when I went to college.
Definitely. Yeah. We talked a lot more after you left, which is very weird.
Right. And a lot of it too is like when we used to call each other, it would be like nothing. Like there was no, we were kind of always doing like our own thing.
We're just bored.
Yeah, it would always be,
or like not. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'd always,
or like just wanted company, I guess. I don't know.
I guess
but,
I was like a lot. I realized like when I was in college, because like everybody else, like on the weekends will like do fun stuff, like go to parties or go out, pre-COVID obviously, and we'd go a bunch of, and then I would just be in my dorm room playing FIFA, and you didn't have a life at the time.
I did not. All of my friends left for school. Yeah. So I didn't do anything besides school and work.
Yeah. And so a lot of it, and then a lot of it was, how was your day? Work, yeah. You, school.
Yeah, and then just doing random things.
Yeah, all kinds of, yeah. You have some terrible screenshots from the FaceTime screenshots.
Oh yes, I do.
I posted like a montage on my birthday. I wanted to throw up in this discussion. It's not a good time.
That's all you.
Yeah, I am. I'm a weirdo. You knew that from the beginning, though. You knew that right off the bat.
Yeah.
No, I didn't hide it. It wasn't like a surprise.
No. Not at all.
I remember we weren't even like friends like that. We were just started friends like a couple days into it, and I had found some old like pictures from like other school years that I had taken from like middle school. Like your school ID and stuff. And I remember going up to you and I was like, Janessa, look. And you turned around just like, what the hell do you want? And I was like, look, and you're like, I don't care. And I was like, ooh, okay.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
That happens a lot.
Yeah,
I tend to.
You're a weird one.
I am, but that's why we're friends. So when in high school, you came to our school, our high school, Center High School, your senior year. You were at Wood Creek, right, for 3 years?
Yes.
Yeah, and then your mom worked at Center, correct? Yeah.
Yeah, she's the activities director. I went to elementary school with most of the kids from Center. So I was still friends with some of them, and that's why I ended up transferring. I mean, there were other reasons. I didn't like Wood Creek at the time, but yeah, so it was convenient that my mom worked there and I could just transfer.
Yeah, and you were like, it was like you said, because you had gone to school with people before, it's like you didn't even skip a beat. Like it was kind of like you came and fit right in with everybody. Like it just,
I know. It's
Like,
weird.
you were like damn near a celebrity. You won homecoming queen. I was like, she been here like 2 months. What are you talking?
I know. I don't even know how that happened. That I don't get that at all.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. And I was so nervous to come back. Like it was weird. I was really nervous about the whole thing. And then like first day, I have all these friends, and yeah, really weird.
Yeah. Well, you did Link Crew too, right?
Yeah.
Link Crew. And then I remember a couple other like you'd come to our junior ball, our junior
Yes.
you
Yeah.
with Tony, right?
Yes.
Tony was
Yeah.
well, you were his +1.
Yeah, he invited me to go to junior prom, and I was like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
like why not? And then that's what kind of made me realize like I need to transfer. Like this is where I need to be. These are my people.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Weren't you? Did you come to the football games a lot? Or
Yeah. I
okay.
came I came to more center games than I did to Wood Creek games. So yeah. I would see everyone. The funny thing is I would see like everyone at the football games,
Mm-hmm.
and I didn't know who they were. And then
Mm-hmm.
like even at like junior prom, and then like when I came to the school, I'd be like, oh, that's who that person was. Like I remember seeing you, but I didn't know who you were.
Yeah,
And yeah,
we had met.
but a lot of people knew who I was.
Yeah, we had met. It was like a sophomore year football game. We had
Mm-hmm.
something like that.
Yeah.
And then I just boop you. You just weren't. Not that you weren't relevant, but you just didn't go to our school. You were just known as Wimborn's daughter. So,
Pretty much. Yeah.
but then
Mhm.
you obviously came, and then you became. What did we? What did we used to call you? Jay Winnie Jr.? Is that what we
Yes.
used to call
My
you?
mom was Jay Winnie. I was Jay Winnie Jr. Yes.
Yeah, it was good though. I mean, it was exciting. I mean, uh, it was a lot, like for me. What was surprising is in ways like I. I don't have commitment issues, but I don't commit to a lot of things. But when I do commit, I try to go all in. So it was like for me, like for you to do 3 years at Wood Creek, and then to come back, and then like your senior year, like that's supposed to be like your penultimate year. Like you're supposed to be super relaxed. You did all this
Mm-hmm.
work, and you're just like deuces. I'm gonna go do this instead.
Yeah. That's pretty much how it was. And a lot of people didn't get that. They're like, you're leaving your senior year? And I'm like, yeah.
So like what did you do with like your friends from Wood Creek? Like what was that about? Like what you just said deuces or like what how did
Pretty much. Yeah, one of my closest friend there, her name is Sierra, and like I was very scared to tell her because we had plans for like senior year. We were like, we're gonna walk together, graduation, and all this stuff. So I was very scared to tell her. um, and I remember telling her actually, like before school, I went and sat in her car, and I was like, I have to tell you something. Like I meant like I was all serious, and I was so scared. And she's like, what is it? Like she's freaking out. And so I told her, and she's like, oh my God. And like she literally didn't care. Like not she didn't care. She was sad, but like she was happy for me. Like she knew that that's what I wanted to do. So she's like, oh my gosh, like I'm so happy for you. Like you'll have so much fun. But I mean, everyone else, I never really said it. She's the only person I like actually told.
mm,
Everyone else just kind of like found out. But yeah, like not a ton of people cared that I was leaving. Just gonna say that. Not that I know of. No one made it clear that they cared I was leaving, except for like some people in student government that I was friends with. But like,
you know
yeah,
what? I never thought about this. But do you ever wonder if like Nutty was one of those people that was sad to see you leave?
he was. He was. Yes,
Okay.
I know that he was. He would give me crap. He actually in my yearbook junior year he called me a bitch because I was leaving. Literally in my yearbook, like junior year, he said like bye bitch because he was mad that I was leaving.
Wow.
Yeah,
Now look at you two.
I know.
How long have you guys been together? No?
We just celebrated our 9 months 2 days ago.
Oh, that's right. You were just
Mhm.
there.
Yeah,
You,
I
you
was just there.
he went to school in he goes to school in Arizona, right?
Yeah, he goes to Grand Canyon University. Mhm.
Ooh. You can't go back there no more, right?
I know. If I go back there, I will get arrested, but that's a story for a different time.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Arrested. Jesus Christ. What? That's good. Well, congrats on the 9 months, by the way. I didn't even know that.
Thank you.
No, I remember when you guys first started talking.
Oh yeah, you know all those stories.
Oh, yeah. So
when I'd come to you freaking out, panicked.
Yeah, I remember. I was still in Merced, and he would give me, and he'd be like, "Well, you know, there's this guy, and blah blah blah." And I was like, "Just do it." This is what, just
like, no.
That's what I had to do with Ollie and his girl. You know, I had to. He talked to me. We'd have our late night talks, and he just, bro, like, over the mic on Xbox. He's like, bro, I just, I'm nervous. I'm scared. I'm like, bro, just do it. Just do it. It's like, it's not gonna, like, what's the worst that can happen? And they're like, I get my heart broken. I'm like,
yeah, it's whatever.
Man, it's whatever. It happens to all of us eventually.
Yes.
No, but so yeah, no, that's crazy. So yeah, no, and oh god, I lost my train of thought. I'm all over the place. But no, it's great. I've met a Nutty a couple times. Super funny. I like super chill guy.
Yes.
So, hopefully he gets to listen.
Pretty cool.
Does he listen to the podcast at all?
He said he was gonna watch this one.
Of course, this one.
I don't know if he's watched the other one. I don't know, but he said this one he's gonna watch.
Well, we'll know if he watches it all the way through because we're already a couple minutes in, and
yeah.
So he'll say
we'll see if he made it this far.
We spent some extended time on Nutty. That wasn't
a little bit.
Shout out.
He's very interesting, fun to talk about.
Yes, one. We don't get to talk about him a lot. We don't really. That's not. You're a very private person. Your life is very private.
Yes, it is. I like it that way.
Is there a reason like why you like to be so private, or just kind of a general thing?
I think it just happens, honestly. Like, I used to post a lot that like went on in my life, but I think like I want to say like probably like sophomore junior year, I kind of just like stopped showing what was going on in my life. I don't know how that happened, but I think it was a great choice. I like it. I'm sure other people hate it, but I like it. So
it's an interesting conversation, like when we talk about like, especially now with social media, everyone's kind of almost like, I want to say obsessed with it, but it is a big part of like people's lives in general, and and an age of kind of like where we know everything about everybody. Like there's people on social media that either I went to high school with, or maybe I've never even really talked to. Maybe I just got their Snapchat or Instagram from class or this or that through some contact. And it's like I feel like I know every part of their life, every detail of their life. Like there's a couple.
And it's funny actually because I think this year, I like one of my New Year's resolutions was like, oh, I'm gonna post. I'm not gonna be as private. Like I'm gonna post more of my life and like what I do. That hasn't happened, so we'll see if I get there, but probably not.
Oh, I totally forgot. And last year you did the 1 second videos.
And that was actually like a big thing for me to post that, because that showed a lot of my life and what I do like every day. But yeah, and I think because of that, like this year I was like, I'm not going to do the 1 seconds this year. I'm just going to like take more pictures and videos and post them like whenever I want. But I haven't done that.
We're only 2 months in. We're only
and it's COVID. Like I haven't done a whole lot. So
this year, I'm gonna expose you too on that 1 second. If you look closely, there's an instance of where she uses a video from the same day on 2 separate days. They're like 2 months apart. It was when we went to the Sunflower with Tori.
Oh, I actually have an explanation for that. No, because the first one is from that day, but the second one, I used that clip in a TikTok that I made that day. So, but didn't have 1 second that day, so I just used that.
Boo.
So yeah, it looks like whatever. But
Boo. Looks like you cheating. No, that's cheating. I still call it cheating. Uh so
whatever.
yeah, no, so there isn't a lot to do, but you do document a lot, and because you do document, but you just don't post it. What a lot of people don't know is you actually go on a lot of trips and you do a lot of things.
I do. I love to travel. That's my favorite thing.
Like, how many times have you been to Hawaii?
4. I will be going a 5th time in July.
And how many times have you been to like Disneyland?
Oh, I have no idea. I can't keep track of that.
Are you serious? Dude, I've gone 2 times. I've gone 2 times.
I've probably been like 20 and maybe more. I don't know.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
I have been to Disneyland 3 times and I haven't been back since 2009.
I would say I've probably been like around 20 times. I don't think it's more than that. I don't think. Maybe like 15.
I hate it here.
And I've been to the Outer Banks a lot of times. I think 3 times I've been to the Outer Banks, which is in North Carolina.
I remember when you came back from that trip to North Carolina and
I was dark.
You were dark as hell. You had gotten some fun on that trip.
Yeah.
And that's crazy. So
I was a different person.
So trips, obviously, and that's actually a lot of for us, like how we bonded a lot. A lot of people, Ollie and a lot of the other guys that I hang out, they ask all the time, so like, what do you guys do? And I was like, we take trips and we eat food. That's
that is literally, that describes our relationship. Like, it's literally food and travel.
Traveling together is what we do.
We travel. Where we go? Reno for some chicken tenders.
They were okay. Like, they weren't basically
yes.
6-hour car ride, 3 there, 3 back. Oh shit.
Yeah.
So
for some chicken strips.
It only felt like 3 for me. I fell asleep on the way.
Yeah.
I was tired. I was full. A lot.
They were decent though.
And these, so a lot of food, a lot of travel. In fact, one of the first times, so when you first came to Center, like we were part of a couple of different groups together. We had the same friend group. We saw a lot of each other. I was really close with your mom as a teacher. I was ASB president at the time, so I spent a lot of time with her. So we had gotten to know each other pretty well. And then I felt like we didn't talk for like 2 or 3 months. And then one night, I remember very vividly, I'd gotten locked out of my house. And I was like a Thursday, I think. Like I'd gotten locked out of my house. My parents were like, we aren't going to be home for like 3 hours. I said, okay. Ollie and the guys were busy doing something. A bunch of people, like, whatever. And I saw your name on my phone, and I was like, let's just see what happens. And I was like, hey, I got locked down in my house. Why don't we go grab some food or something? Let's hang out.
Yeah, I remember that so clearly.
Didn't you already have plans or something?
It's so funny because like you called me and you were like, hey, like, can you come pick me up? I got locked out of my house. I was like, okay. And literally, like, as I'm leaving my house, my friends from Wood Creek, Nutty being one of them, it was Nutty and his best friend Josh, who's also my friend. They were like, hey, let's go to Dutch. Like, they were outside of my house. They were like, hey, we're outside of your house, we're going to Dutch. I was like, I'm not home. And they're like, yeah, you are. They're like, come on, like, we're going to Dutch. And I was like, no, my friend got locked out of his house. So yeah, that was interesting night. Do you remember started so much?
Yeah. Do you remember what we went and had? What we ate that first time?
We got Chipotle.
Mm-hmm. Been a while.
Yes.
Yeah. You're not friends with Chipotle no more, huh?
I have some issues with them right now. They've been doing me dirty, but
yeah, no, Chipotle was, and then ever since then that's just always what we've done. Always what we've done. Do you think there's a favorite food spot that we've gone to? We went to a lot.
We've been to a lot. We've tried a lot of different places. That one place on I don't remember what it's called, but the chicken place, that was good.
That place was really good. And it was good because we didn't even eat it hot. we thought they were gonna come
got
to us. Yeah.
And so we got it like a little after it was even done, and like it wasn't hot, but it was still decent. So like it was hot.
We're gonna have to go back. We're gonna have to definitely go back. We should go sometime.
Yeah, we need to go back there.
And then, what do you think our favorite trip? And tell me why it's San Diego.
Definitely San Diego. Yeah, that was a really good trip. That was a lot of fun.
That was our first grown-up trip of like.
Yeah.
There was nothing like like obviously like we've driven to other places. You would come to visit me in Merced twice. You even came and picked me up from Merced.
And we went to Monterey.
But
yeah,
literally definitely after the pandemic. So like everything was closed. Like the aquarium was closed, and then we just went back to Merced and went home. But But San Diego is definitely the best trip we've had so far.
Yeah. That's definitely my favorite. So many memories.
Yeah, I know. You know what? And literally like 3 weeks before, so we had planned a trip. It was in the summer. We were like, we need to get out of here. We need to go somewhere. Let's go to San Diego, whatever. And I remember we literally had bought the tickets, the Airbnb, everything. We got it. I had a cousin that lives down in San Diego, and he said he was gonna a couple hookups here and there. And a week after we had booked it, and 3 weeks before we were supposed to actually go on the trip, I tore my Achilles. The reason I didn't go to the doctor was because I didn't want to get put in a boot.
Oh my gosh.
Didn't go to the doctors because I didn't want to be in a boot for a trip to San Diego.
And if you were in a wheelchair, I was not gonna push you. It was not happening. I would have canceled the trip.
I remember you had called me and you were like, "Are you good to go?" And I was like, "Yeah, it's fine. No, it's okay." And you were like, "Are you gonna go?"
And I'm pretty sure I told you, I was like, "If you're in a wheelchair, I'm not pushing you." Like,
and I was like, I'm just gonna thug it out. And then like 3 weeks, like I couldn't walk on my foot for like 2 weeks, and I was getting nervous that I wasn't gonna be able to walk on it for the trip. And I was like, if we have to cancel this trip, she's gonna kill me. So I'm just gonna take it out. Finally, I felt better. It was feeling better. I was able to walk on it. I was not, obviously not exercise, but I was doing better. Just resting it, icing it, taking, painkillers, and then we go, right? We're in San Diego. My foot's feeling amazing. Like it doesn't, nothing. First night that we're there, we're walking around on Sunset Cliffs, and we went down and we were checking it all out. And we go to get back up, and I take a step on a rock, and my foot slips, and I hear another pop, and my foot swelled up again. And then the next day we went to the San Diego Zoo, and I wanted to chop my foot off.
Yeah, we did a lot of walking, and you were slowing down towards the end.
Oh, yeah. Well, walking is a strong word. I was definitely hobbling everywhere.
Yeah, that I was walking. I don't know what you were doing.
There was a couple. I think one time you were like, "I have to go use the bathroom," and I was like, "Thank God, I'm gonna go down. Take your time."
Yeah.
And then I remember, and it pissed me off. We were there. We had just gotten into the zoo. We had just gotten into the park. And we're walking, and I'm limping. My ass is limping across. And this old man, this old couple of, "This is not a place to be limping, young man." I said, "You don't think I didn't know that? You didn't think I didn't know that?"
Yeah, that was just, I don't know why he would say that, but yeah, he was like, you probably shouldn't be here. Yeah. And then like, he's like, there's a lot of hills like going up. It's just like,
thanks.
We realized that, sir.
I know. Don't remind me. That's why I got here early. Yeah, that was a really fun trip. I was really nervous about that trip too, because it was like we had never spent an extended period of time with each other like that. The most we'd ever spent together was like 1 or 2 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, I could tell like towards the end of it, we were kind of like, let's just get home.
Yeah. Like, yeah, we spent like 4 whole days together. We stayed like in the same room, like everything, and it was a lot of time together.
Yeah,
I mean, it was fine.
Yeah,
Like,
no. I remember too when you were like, I'll take the futon, you can have the bed. And I was like, no, no, no. And you're like, no, I'll take it. I'm like, yes, the bed's all mine. That bed was one of the most comfortable beds I've ever slept on. So it sucks to suck. But thank you. Thank you for letting me have the bed.
you're welcome. You little injured person, crippled.
I'm surprised. I should have probably brought the crutches. Did I? Did I bring the crutches?
No.
No. Probably should have.
No, I don't think so.
It's still not 100%.
Yeah.
I still haven't gone to the doctors. I really need to go to the doctors.
You really should.
I need to write that down somewhere. Go to doctors, but one of these days. So no, so yeah, no. So a lot of it is friendship, bond, like the whole basis of our friendship is off food and traveling. And I'm excited because we get to start a new chapter of our friendship where I get to drive now.
I'm not so sure about that one, but
yeah, because you're the only one who had their license in this friendship. There's 2 people, 1 license. So you did a lot of the driving. You did all of the driving. What am I
I did
about?
all of it.
You did all of it. But I passed my license test. So everyone I told, well, the few people that I did tell on Wednesday, I had it scheduled for Wednesday. Automatic fail. Automatic fail. First stop sign of the whole thing. I going to pull out, right? And I saw a car, but then, but I didn't go fast. I don't know. It's the whole thing. Basically, I pulled out in front of somebody and the guy was like, go ahead and make a right for me. Another right. And I noticed we were back at the DMV. He was like, go ahead and pull into the DMV. He said, pull into the DMV. And I said, literally out loud, I said, son of a bitch. I couldn't believe it. I was like, God damn it. Like, I was like, he failed. And he was like, all right, man, I'm going to have you come back and drive for me another day. I work on blah, 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 blah. And I was like, I looked at the paper and it said dangerous maneuver. And I was like, dangerous maneuver my ass. There's more to the story. Like, it was a whole thing. But I was like, whatever. So I automatic fail. I failed. I went home, got online. I scheduled it for the very next day. I said, we're going to try this again the very next day.
Which I don't get that. What are
you talking about?
I don't know how they let you do that.
Oh, I think that at that point they were just kind of like, just take it. Just come on. All you have to do is not crash and we'll give you your license. And I was like,
I think they realized this is a 20-year-old man without a license. Mm-hmm. He needs license. He needs to drive.
He needs to be grown up. And so I did it the second time and it was 100%. When I got through the stop sign, I got through everything, and then he was like, all right, go straight through the intersection. And my heart was right, and I was like, yes, I did. I was like, that's it. I'm getting it. I knew automatic. I just had to get through that first little obstacle, and then I was fine. And it was fine.
Yes.
I still got marked off like 7 times. So
did you go on the same exact route? The same one?
Oh, well, okay. I wouldn't be able to tell you that first route.
Well, yeah.
I bet you I wouldn't have known. I have no idea. So
yeah, that's true.
The second instructor was way nicer, way cooler dude. And so we got in and out and I got my license finally. Because like Cameron, I had asked Cameron the other day. I said, just out of curiosity, I was like, how long have you been driving? He's like, well, I've been driving since I was like 16. And I was like, God. I'm like, here's all my friends. They've been driving since like sophomore year of high school.
You're a little behind.
A little bit. Just a little bit.
I mean, I started driving senior year. That's when I started driving. So.
Oh yeah, I remember.
I was a little behind, but.
I know I was one of the first people you took on the highway, right?
Yeah. The first time I'd ever been on the freeway, it was with you when we went on that stupid hike.
Well, you lied to me. You said there was a waterfall. There's no goddamn waterfall. We did a 2-hour hike just for you to be like, oh, that was a different place.
Yes. whatever. It was a stupid hike anyways. We got lost.
We didn't get lost. I knew
We got
where we
lost.
were going. I knew it. You just didn't trust me. So, but no, so license and that'll be fun but you had recently not so long, how long ago did you buy the Jeep?
That was May, I think. Yeah, May of 2020.
Oh, so it's almost been a year.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't realize it doesn't feel like that long.
Yeah, it doesn't. I didn't even realize that actually.
Yeah. So you got the Jeep, and then
Mm-hmm.
you that was all on you, right? That was all
Yes,
you, all your money.
I purchased the Jeep. Yes.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Did you take out any loan, or did you just put a down payment?
Yes, I did take out. I took out one loan. Yeah, but it's all my money. Like the down payment, that was all me. Everything.
How much did you put down on it?
I don't remember. But I pay $250 a month.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It's a new Jeep, right? What year is it? You know?
2016.
Wow. Look at you.
Mm-hmm.
I call you all this time. A lot of people don't know this, but you're a workaholic.
Uh-huh.
You work. How many days you work, dude? It feels like six days a week.
It feels like a lot more right now. Right now, I only work 4 days a week, but it feels like so much more right now, and I don't know why. But yeah, in the summer though, I worked like 6 days a week. Like I was constantly working in the summer. So
Yeah, no.
yeah.
Yeah, me too. You know, when I was working at KFC,
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait to leave. Hopefully, there might be a light at the end of the tunnel for me to finally get out of it. But that's dope. I mean, obviously, you work a lot, and it's your money. Like you spend it how you want it. And
Mm-hmm.
I remember you talking about a Jeep in high school. So to see you,
Oh yeah,
yeah,
that's always been my thing. I've always wanted a Jeep for a long time. Yeah.
man, I would kill to have a Jeep. Right now, I think I'm just gonna get my parents' Kia.
Okay.
So
You could have had Suave.
I could have had Suave, but Suave has issues.
That are gonna be fixed.
And Suave, the fuck? Suave was gonna set me back about $2,000.
It's only $2,000.
Kia won't send me back anything. So
I guess.
so that's good. But that's all it. That's all I really that we had to talk about. We're already hitting the 30-minute mark already. See, it doesn't feel like it. I tell everybody that ever comes on, Kyle, Yuli.
Yeah, it doesn't feel like it.
I just feel like it. We're already hitting that. We're close to that mark. Maybe I'm a little off. I started the timer late, and so we might even be 40 minutes in. I don't know. I have no idea. All I know right now is we're 20 minutes in on my phone. So I've been speaking for some time before I started it. That's great. So no, I'd love to have you on again to talk more about our adventures and all the silly things that we get into.
Oh yes,
But of course,
there's a lot of those.
Yeah, it's been lovely to have you on the show. I always love talking to you.
Yes, thank you for having me.
This is the first time I've talked to you in like a week because you hate me.
I have a life. I am busy. I work.
Yeah, yes, that's good. So with that, everybody, thank you for tuning in once again for another episode of Max's Monday Podcast. 4th episode already. That's insane.
Crazy, you're doing it.
I'm doing it. I need to go exercise. Is what it's like. I traded it off. Remember when I was doing like a mile every day?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you what happened to that.
Well, I started doing the podcast, so
Okay. The 1 day a week podcast.
Yeah, work out earlier. It'll be fun. Yeah, no. I got tired. I told you it was hard every day to do it. But, I know. The last time I ran, swear to God, was the end of January. The final January 31st. I have not ran since.
Oh my goodness.
I got fat.
What you should do is go to the doctor first, and then you can start running again.
Yeah. Anyways, thank you guys for tuning in for another Max's Monday Podcast. Next week, we will have on Caden Miller. I'm excited to have him on the show. He's been asking to come on the show. Yeah, I know. He's been asking to come on the show for a couple weeks now, and I told him next week your spot, buddy. So tune in next week to check that out. Other than that, thank you guys so much for tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next week. Deuces.